Okay, good afternoon, students at home, and good afternoon, students at class. Yeah, it's good to get back to your class. And how are you today? Calix, how are you? Fine. Christian? Fine. Erfian? Fine. Hah? Hari ini tanggal 17 ya? Apa? Felicity. What's going on with Felicity? There's supposed to be another girl. Felicity, kan? Felicity Tania. Oh, Felicity, what's going on? Maybe she doesn't hear me. Darren, apa kabar? The last one, Cecil, yeah? Cecil, right? How are you? Good. So, students, go. Hi, students, because we're about to start this, I need you to open your camera or turn on the camera. So look at this. You guys are about to have the final test on the early December. If not mistaken, it will be on 6th. Yeah, the 6th of December. So that's why today we are going to start reviewing the topics that you are going to face on the exam. Yeah. Once again, for students at home, since you are having your final test on December 6th, so today we start reviewing the topics that you need to know for the final test. Yeah. So at the end of the review, there will be some sort of quiz, and the quiz we can just do it together. So you won't need to take it home. Yeah. So we can just finish the quiz right here, right now. Jadi nggak perlu ada PR dulu. Okay? Can we start?
Sir, jadi sekarang kita quiz, Sir.
Hah?
Sekarang quiz.
What did you say? I cannot hear you clearly.
Jadinya.
What did you say?
Maksudnya main kuis, Sir.
Yeah, okay. We'll play the quizzes after this, at the end of this review. Yeah? Okay. So for this review, I've provided 2 videos. Yeah, today we're going to review the use of comparative and superlative adjectives. Yeah. Okay. Ini dia video yang pertama. Okay. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
good.
Sir.
ESL Library. Comparative adjectives.
Can you hear the sound? Hey, students at home, can you hear the sound?
Sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What are adjectives? Adjectives are words that describe nouns. Adjectives can give us information such as the size or age of a noun. Adjectives can also tell us someone's opinion about a noun or describe how someone is feeling. We use comparative adjectives to compare 2 people, places, or things. Comparative adjectives tell us how one noun is different from the other.
Okay, so the first thing that you need to remember about the comparative is that we use this only to compare 2 things. Yeah, can be people. So 2 people. Misalnya Erfian and Darren, gitu ya. Only 2 people. Places, only 2 places. For example, Rastagi and Sibolangit, for example. And then things, only 2 things. Misalnya apa? This car and this car. Yeah. Although we use this to compare 2 things, it doesn't mean that we compare everything to everything. For example, they're not comparing a person to a bulldog. Jangan ya dibandingkan anjing dengan manusia. Okay? That's it.
For example, she is taller than him. This painting is more beautiful than that painting. My brother looks happier than my sister. How are comparative adjectives formed in English? It depends on how many syllables the adjective has. For one-syllable adjectives, we add er to the adjective. For example, short becomes shorter. If the adjective ends in a consonant-vowel-consonant pattern, we double the final consonant before adding er. For example, big becomes bigger. For two-syllable adjectives that end in y, we change y to I and add er. For example, hungry becomes hungrier, and noisy becomes noisier. For adjectives that are two syllables or more, we use the word more before the adjective. For example, modern becomes more modern, and expensive becomes more expensive.
Okay, now, so this is another thing that you need to concern for, yeah? When using the comparative, you have to consider the number of the syllables of the adjective. Look at that one. If the adjective consists of one syllable only, you just put er at the end of the adjective. If it consists of two syllables and the end is y, if you just change y, transform y into I here, and then put er at the end. And the last one, if the adjective consists of two or more syllables, yeah, you can just put more. And don't forget, every comparative sentence harus ada kata then. Yeah. So whenever you found a sentence with then, it must be comparative. T-H-A-N. Yeah, not T-H-E-N. Okay. However, students, there are some adjectives, yeah, that do not follow this rule. Ya, ada yang dia nggak pakai er atau more and more. Let's see.
Some comparative adjectives in English don't follow the usual rules. For example, the adjective good becomes better in the comparative form. Bad becomes worse, and far becomes farther or further. The most common sentence pattern for comparative adjectives in English is subject plus verb plus comparative adjective plus than plus object. Let's look at some examples of comparative adjectives in a sentence. The blue house is bigger than the yellow house.
Okay, can you see the two pictures? Ya, hanya dua hal, dua benda. If it's more than two, we do not use comparative. Jadi kalau yang dibandingkan stepsister 1, stepsister 2, and stepsister 3, we cannot use comparative, okay? Okay, good. Yeah. Stepmother 1, stepmother 2. Can we use comparative, guys? Yes, because there are 2 stepmothers. Kalau 2 stepmothernya, mantap ya. Bisa pakai comparative. That's what I mean. Okay? Keep that in mind. Yeah?
Rock music is better than classical music. My dog is lazier than my cat. The singer is more famous than the actor. My boots are more expensive than your shoes.
Okay, so this will be a little bit practice about the adjective itself. So our job is only to guess the comparative form of each adjective that comes up. Yeah? Let's just do this together.
Look at the adjective. Say or write the comparative adjective.
Okay, we're going to start from students at home. Yeah?
For example, tall
Okay, students at home. What's the comparative form of tall? Students at home.
Taller.
Taller, sir.
Taller, bukan telur ya. Taller.
Taller.
Okay. So this will be for you guys.
Now
Put
you
it
try.
together. Careful. How many syllables of careful? Carefully.
Nah,
Or carefully. Ya. This will be for students at home. Good.
Better.
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 Okay. Better or better. Yeah, it's just the same. Good. You guys, please. Noisy. Noisier.
Noisier.
Noisier. Okay. Students at home. The next one. Dangerous.
More dangerous.
More
More
dangerous.
dangerous. The last one, guys. Worse.
Worse.
More bad.
Not more bad.
Worse.
Worse.
Worse. Yeah, it's a special case. We say worse. Okay, that's it. So that's it about comparison. Pretty simple. Have you got questions? There is no more bad. The other worse. Yeah, it's a special. What about students from home? Have you got questions about the comparative? So many chats. Apa ini? Oh, master. More dangerous. Okay, good. If there are no questions, let's go to the second topic before we go to the quiz.
ESL Library. Superlative adjectives. What are adjectives? Adjectives are words that describe nouns. Adjectives can give us information such as the size or age of a noun. Adjectives can also tell us someone's opinion about a noun or describe how someone is feeling. We use superlative adjectives to compare 3 or more people, places, or things. Superlative adjectives tell us how one noun is different from the rest.
Okay, we start right here. Now, so at the very first thing when we talk about comparative, we agree that we use comparative only if we compare two things. Yeah. However, if you want to compare 3 or more than 3 things, you use superlative. Yeah, to show that how something is different from everything else.
For example, she is the tallest girl in the group.
Look at this one. As you can see the pictures, there are 4 people. Yeah, 4 people. That's why we use superlative. How if there are only 2 people? Comparative. Yeah, good.
This painting is the most beautiful of all. He is the happiest student in my class. How are superlative adjectives formed in English? It depends on how many syllables the adjective has. For one-syllable adjectives, we add the and est to the adjective. For example, short becomes the shortest. If the adjective ends in a consonant-vowel-consonant pattern, we double the final consonant before adding est. For example, big becomes the biggest. For 2-syllable adjectives that end in y, we change y to I and add est. For example, hungry becomes the hungriest, and noisy becomes the noisiest. For adjectives that are 2 syllables or more, we use the words the most before the adjective. For example, modern becomes the most modern, and expensive becomes the most expensive.
Okay, wait a minute. I need to do some screenshots of your name. Now, just like the previous one when we were talking about the comparative, yeah, we use the exactly similar rules for that. Yeah, we do concern about how many syllables the adjective has, gitu ya. Wait, do you still remember what syllable is? Uh, what is this? Ken Eugene, what is a syllable?
Yes, sir.
What is syllable? Apa itu syllable? Biar ingat.
Syllable, syllable is how many times we say what is
Just
I don't know how to explain, sir.
just say in bahasa. That will be okay.
Seperti suku kata, sir. Seperti ribut gitu, sir.
Suku kata, yes, very good. Suku kata, pretty simple. Yeah. Syllable, yes, it is true. Yeah, it is suku kata. Yeah. So remember, when we use comparative or superlative, you have to consider the number of the suku kata itself. Yeah, with the same exact rules. Yeah, the only difference is on this one. And remember, every superlative sentence has this word. Yeah, if there is no this word, so it's not a superlative atau salah, gitu ya. Okay.
Some superlative adjectives in English don't follow the usual rules. For example, the adjective good becomes the best in the superlative form. Bad becomes the worst, and far becomes the farthest or the furthest. The most common sentence pattern for superlative adjectives in English is subject plus verb plus the plus superlative adjective plus object. Let's look at some examples of superlative adjectives in a sentence. The blue house is the biggest house on the street. Rock music is the best kind of music. My dog is the laziest pet in my house. The singer is the most famous member of the band. These boots are the most expensive shoes in my closet.
So, students, one more thing that I need you to concern. If there is a sentence saying in the class, of the class, it means there are more than three people there. So there are more than three things. Misalnya, Artian is the most handsome student in the class. It means, yeah, there are more than three, let's say, boys in the classroom. Kira-kira seperti itu ya.
Look at the adjective. Say or write the superlative adjective. For example, tall,
Oh, what's the superlative form? Tallest.
the tallest.
Don't forget the tallest. Yeah.
Now you try.
Careful. Sorry?
The most careful.
The most. It's supposed to be with. Yeah. The most careful. Good. The best.
The best.
Ya. Harus ada kata the. Noisy.
The noisy.
Okay. Dangerous.
The most danger.
The most
Dangers.
dangerous. Bad. Worse.
Bad. The bad. The far.
No, the bad. It says the worst.
Thanks for watching.
Oh, that's it. That's it about the superlative. Have you got questions? No? Okay. So if there are no questions, so we can just do this quiz together. So I supposed to use quizzes, but I think this you just put your phone right there. No. We're not going to use it. So I make it simple. I just turn the quiz of the quizzes into the PDF form. Yeah, so we don't need to use the phone. Wait a minute. There we go. Now, students at home, can you see this? Bisa lihat quizzes soal ini?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, okay. So look at this. The questions that I put here are exactly the same with the questions that I put in the exam. Yeah, so it's better for you to remember this. Nanti bentuknya sama, paling kata-kata yang beda-beda. Ya, bentuk soalnya sama. Okay, so for this one, I'm not going to ask you to do this individually, but we can just do this collectively together. Yeah. So I need you to work together to collaborate. Yeah, students at home and students at classroom. Let's do number one. Yeah, this is how you analyze it. When you read the sentence and then you find then, it must be a comparative. Kan gitu ya? Berarti kata-kata yang tidak komparatif itu dihapus. Contohnya apa? Easy. Ya, easy. Ini udah pasti dihapus. So we have 3. But look at this one, more easier. Sudah more easier, lebay. Hapus. So it's between A or C. What's the best answer for this one? It's B. Yeah, the best answer goes to B. So the complete sentence of number 1 is math is easier than science. Gitu ya cara jawabnya. Okay, number 2, we start from students at home. Can somebody say the answer for number 2? Or do I need to mention any names? Michael, please.
Who is the best tennis player in the class?
Who is?
Who is the best tennis player in the class?
Who is the best tennis player in this class? Very good. Okay. What do you think about this? Michael has just chosen the best. What do you think? Kalau kalian gimana dari sini? Huh? C. Let's see. How do we know that it's C? Look at this one in this class. Yeah. Again and again, if it is said in this class, there must be more than 2. So yes, the best goes to the best. Number 3, that will be for you guys. Your watch is blah 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 than mine. Then comparative, cheaper. Nah, look at this. Comparative berarti yang ini sudah pasti nggak ikut. Gitu ya, nak? Okay. A, B, C, B, C, D. D, yeah, cheaper than mine. Okay, good. Number 4, for students at home. Manfred.
Popular.
B, sorry, yang ini.
Most popular.
Most popular.
Okay. Sam is blah 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 students in the class. Okay. Most popular. What do you think of? Okay, good one. Number 5 for you. Our house is bigger than yours, of course. Jangan lupa G-nya 2 ya. Number 6 for students at home. Can somebody give the answer? Sorry? A. The noisiest. Okay. Ben was the noisiest person in the family. Okay, good.
Still.
Number 6. 7, look at the picture. Yeah. The Mona Lisa is one of the blah 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 paintings in the museum. D. Okay, good. Hey, students from home, you don't need to raise your hand. Just turn on the voice, say something. Ya. Capek harus ini semua banyak kali tangan. Langsung aja hidupkan. Number 8. Antarctica is blah 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 place on the earth. Coldest or
Coldest.
most cold?
Coldest. The
Coldest.
Okay, very good. Number 9. A tiger is a cat.
D. Bagian D.
Stronger than.
Stronger than
Tiger or foot.
A.
A.
A ini.
Stronger than. Number 10.
B, sir.
Albert Einstein passed away. Sorry? Yeah, it's no, not himself. Albert Einstein was
Bitter, more intelligent.
more intelligent. Okay, more intelligent than. Now for you guys at home, number 11.
A.
A.
Hey, sugar is sweeter than. Okay. Guys? Huh.
C.
The fastest. C, yeah? The most fast. Number 13.
A.
Students from home. Sorry?
C.
A.
A.
In. It must be superlative. Yes, the answer is A. 14. The Nile is blah 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 river in the world. The longest. 15. Ariel's notebook is cheap than Fed's. The most cheaper is cheaper. A, yeah, number 15 is A. Number 16. Both babies are cute, but mine is the cutest. Itu B, ya. 17.
Sir.
All you need
Sir.
is to choose the correct phrase. You can make the dinner tonight, you cook more better than me. You can make the dinner tonight, you cook better than me. You can make the dinner tonight, you can cook best than me. You can make the dinner tonight, you can cook gooder than me. Kalian pilih D. B. What about you guys at home?
B.
What do you choose for this?
B, sir.
B.
Why not A? What's wrong?
B.
More.
More, yeah. Yeah, this is actually the problem. Yeah, since better is already comparative, nggak perlu lagi pakai more, ya. Okay, number 18. Complete a sentence with the right option. The Japanese diet is blah 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 than the American diet.
B.
Healthier. 19. The Queen of England is blah 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 women in the UK. One of the most or the richest? One of the richest women. Yeah, di sini ya. One of the richest women in the UK. Good. So number 8 and number 19 is C. The last one, just the right adjective to make the comparative and superlative sentence. The most valuable thing I ever bought is a bracelet. It cost me Expensive or luxurious, guys? Can be both. It's supposed to be both. Tapi for this one, because it mentions the price, let's just take expensive. Yeah. So number 20 goes to B, expensive. This is it. Yeah, B. Only for that. That's it. Done. Any questions for this? Atau ada yang tidak terima jawabannya? No? No, okay. So I'll be sending this with the answer key so you can just practice at home. So remember again, this kind of sentence will look alike the exam. Yeah, will look alike the exam. Jadi nanti kalian tinggal baca-baca ini untuk topik yang ini ya. But not, this is not always good. Okay, let me just stop sharing it. Sertrim PPT, iya. Slow. I will. Kemarin, yeah, I will. Just wait. Any more things? Did somebody just call me? No, okay. So if there are no questions, so everything is clear then, so we're no longer discussing anything. So that's it. That's how we conclude the class. It's faster than what I expected. So that, no questions there. Thank you so much for today. Have a good day and see you. Bye-bye.